Yo, y'all, you finna watch a video of an NLE Choppa will never come back for this. I don't know what's going on with NLE Choppa, but let's just see, you feel me? Let's see what's going on, y'all. I haven't really, you know what I'm saying, listened to music a lot recently. I mean, real honest. To be so honest, I haven't listened to this shit recently, but shit, let's get into it, y'all. Let's just get into it.
What's poppin', y'all? NLE Choppa just did one of the most disgustingly low things that I didn't even think he was capable of. And this is all off the backs of him reigniting this beef with Blueface completely unprovoked. And this started, I covered all of this in the previous video on the entire timeline of the beef between NLE Choppa and Blueface, which goes back
What even happened between
3 years. Yeah, about 2.5 years, because it started in December of 2023. I mean, yeah, that's really the earliest. And Blueface addresses this because this was a couple of bars that NLE Choppa had for him in a new snippet. And after reacting to it on a stream, this is what Blueface said. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
You're getting your ass ate.
What?
As a man.
Whoa, what? You're getting your ass ate? Yo, that nigga's a freak.
What the position are you in physically as a man for a woman to lick your ass, brother?
Whoa. Yo, how y'all feeling about that? Y'all getting your ass ate back at home? Let me know, y'all. Let me know.
Position you could be in for a woman to lick your ass as a man, that's not hella gay.
How does he know this information?
Feel me?
Who told him this?
But anyways, like, bro, we squabbling up or not, fool? I'm not finna be lip boxing with you, fool.
Like, who acquired this information? And who felt like it was the best idea to tell this nigga Blueface? Like, I just genuinely want to know.
I don't know how to make a rapper beefy. I don't know how to make a diss tracky every weeky. Back and forthy. Fuck all that. You got 24 hours, fool, to agree or disagree or shut the fuck up. Be it on. That's all I know how to do is take it there.
Damn. Pause.
School crib, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? That's all I know. You know, I know I can argue. Squabble up. Everybody get on.
Was the original person to ask Blueface to a fade, ask him to a fight. This was in January of 2024. Covered this in the previous video. It'll be linked in the pinned comment and towards the end of this video. You can watch the whole thing, the whole timeline of the beef. So NLE Choppa called him out, and then when Blueface agreed back then, he ducked the fight. And Blueface ends up going to jail for like, what, 1.5, 2 years? And now Blueface is like, yo, I'm not even really rapping like that. I'm streaming. I'm getting my bag off streaming. I'm an entertainer. We seen him do the Bad Girls Club thing. I don't know if he enjoys it.
My thing is, bro, Blueface was never a good rapper at all, bro. Even from, like, Blueface, baby. Like, Thoughthiana, bro. Like, that shit was never, like, none of his shit was on beat, bro. That shit was not player, bro.
Rapping, or he feels like it's more sustainable than rapping. When he got out, he was on a stream with, who's the guy that's homies with the gooned out guy? He's friends with DDG, Deshae Frost. He was with Deshae Frost, and he was telling them, like, yeah, you know, streaming, it kind of hurts your image. And now he's streaming. So I don't really know. I think DDG just talked to him behind the scenes and was like, listen, man, you're Blueface. You're going to be fine. You would kill it in this world. So after Blueface says, hey, you got 24 hours to get on this fade. We're not going to go back and forth on the track. That's not happening. Which this is kind of embarrassing for NLE Choppa because he went for the big fish, which was a young boy, and he wanted to get into a back and forth with him. Young Boy still hasn't responded to him, which is the best thing Young Boy could do. Hopefully Young Boy continues to ignore him. So now he's going for the small fry, quote unquote small fry, Blueface, and Blueface is telling them, like, I'm not about to lip box with you. We're not going back and forth dropping diss track after diss track.
Chris?
Let's squabble up, let's get the fade done. Because he
being
knows
a lot of
that
highs in the chat.
won't do that. And us as the fans, we're looking at it like, hey, NLE, you were the guy that called for the fade first. So are you gonna take it? Or are you just gonna keep rapping? Especially when you're rapping tough stuff,
take it.
like disrespecting or calling out Blueface's gang, which clearly, if you look on his face, he takes very seriously. So NLE Choppa responds, and what do you think? You think he responds like, yo, I'm not going to fight you? You think he makes fun of Blueface? No, he goes to the lowest, to the ends, to really the lowest rung you could possibly go. And I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now. It's a little bit long. It's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But
yeah,
you just got to listen to this.
Blueface, I'm going to decline your offer with a way better proposition for you. You feel me? Because we know you owe $23 million to that club, for one. You owe another $100,000 to Soulja Boy, baby mama. So your goal is to get me to fight you.
100,000 Soulja Boy baby mama's crazy.
Okay, cool. I understand that, right? So that's my reason to not fight you. Cause I ain't finna
Everybody like it up in the chat. Everybody like it up in the chat. Everybody send some love. Everybody send some love.
How about this? Take your son and stand him behind.
Appreciate you, greatest goat.
Let's see which one
I
of
would
them
love
know how to
that.
operate.
Everybody send love in the chat.
Let's
Everybody
see.
send love.
Hey, hold your son beside my son. Let's see which one of them can hold their head up. Fuck. Huh? How about that?
What?
Yeah. Put your son beside my son. Let's see them bark. Let's see them slap box. Huh? Your son beside my son. Let's see who can hold their face.
Bro, this has gotta be like a fucking like disagreement between one of your homeboys, bro. Like genuinely. It's something like you and your homeboy going back and forth on the game, 2K most likely. Let's talk about it. And then you pressing them because y'all both got sons. Bro, I'm telling you, this is some homeboy shit, bro. This gotta be some publicity shit. Cause bro, any other than that, it's just stupid. What's up, Kel? Kelly?
No. What about that? Yeah, Charles Barkley. Put your hand up. Take a step, Charles. Yeah. What's
He's
up
just
with
yelling
your
in the
son?
mic, bro. Bro's just yelling in the mic, y'all.
Y'all keep playing with me. I ain't
Everybody send some hearts in the chat. Everybody send some hearts in the chat.
Entertainment. I'm dead serious. Put your son beside my son. Put little Charles Barkley beside Chosen and Icon.
Bro, he's just playing on the phone, bro. He playing on the
Yeah, I'm
phone.
out of pocket, man. Yeah, I'm too out of pocket. Handle me the right way, homie. About helping you pay your debt. You owe $23 million to Las Vegas, cause you, man, you, come on, cuz. You did some
Yo,
peons.
let me put this on some
Now
fashion
you gotta pay
speed.
for it. You trying to box me to help your debt, braid it up. Stand your son beside my son. Pay that $100, catch it up. Man, catch it up slow.
So this
All
is just
I'm
disgusting.
hearing
For
is
those
yeah.
that may not be completely in tune, what he's talking about.
Nah, I ain't hating. I'm just like, bro, what is he talking about? This is like a discussion y'all could have had over the phone. You feel me? I feel like this conversation, this like whole conversation between him and Blueface, honestly, bro, was a publicity stunt. I feel like they just needed some clout, low key.
So off rip, we gotta correct.
That's just my personal take. How y'all feel in the chat about it?
NLE Choppa was like, oh, no, you trying to fight me because you want to settle your debt, this and that. No, NLE, you asked for the fight. You asked for the fight in January 2024. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into, but you asked for it. You asked for promoters. You wanted people to put it together. We will never forget that one. We got to be fair here. So this is just disgusting. For those that may not be completely in tune, what he's talking about is Blueface's son that he had with Krishan Rock, who's named Krishan Jr., which the kid is maybe nearly two years old or over 2 years old, is unable to stand, is unable to walk. From what we've
Oh yeah. Because she was drinking and doing all that stuff during the pregnancy. That was a low blow. That was a low blow on NLE's part, in my opinion. That was a low blow.
We don't know what he's suffering from, but what we saw was Krishan was drinking the entire pregnancy. She was smoking the entire pregnancy.
Yep.
She was high stress. This was all her own doing, which is complete. She's just one of the most disgusting humans on earth, and I wish her nothing but pain and suffering.
Whoa. Okay, guys. Well, I mean, let's steer away from our personal opinions and personal bias behind everything. Cause bro's going in on Krishan, bro. He's going in on Krishan.
My own kid with my first baby mama. I'm not trying to deal with this situation. This is a really, really tough situation to raise a child like this. I don't need that in my life. Little demon. It's about to be bad when he grows older. And we don't want to name those because I'm not just trying to say like, oh, this person's a terrible parent. As NLE
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, guys.
We gonna put
some nuts on. Yo, rappers most freaked out moments. What y'all guys in the mood for watching? What's going on with Playboy Max?
Scrolling down my timeline looking for something to watch as I eat on some vegan lasagna for dinner, I came across a very interesting channel with a familiar face. Now, either this page was obsessed with Blackboy Max or Blackboy Max had a secret channel.
I didn't realize how bad my shit got. Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro. Like, I love that on God.
Well,
I should be putting that on God. I love beautiful women. Like, it's low-key addiction. Like, if y'all take a look, I'ma scroll.
It's only 50 seconds. What you mean?
Like, explore page.
What you mean, bro?
Like, I just can't help myself. Y'all look too good. What am I supposed to do? I can't help myself. Like, it'd be f***ing me up. So it's like, bro, I gotta get lust out of my system. I want to change who I am as a person. I want to get lust out of my system, and I'm gonna be honest, I want to stop smoking weed, but
a channel called PBM, Blackboy Max's backup/burner channel, had been posting videos starting back a year ago. But these more recent videos have a little bit of a different tone to them. Not about showing off any flash or him hanging around with his friends, but more about him documenting real life things that are going on, him being very introspective, and him talking about the issues that he's facing in his life and how he's tackling them. Very reminiscent of one Kai Cenat's.
That's what I was just about to say, y'all. I was just about to bring up that whole Kai Cenat situation going on. It's giving like everybody's just like pouring in a little second channel and just doing crazy stuff on the burner account. I don't know what's going on with the streamers lately, but we just gonna figure it out today. What's up, right? Reno? What's up, y'all?
After watching a couple of these videos, all other commentary about the death of streaming seems so pointless. It's not gonna come from Clips channels. It's not gonna come from E-Beefs. It's not gonna come from these stream snipers. No, the death of streaming is gonna come from the renaissance of the man streaming. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel.
No.
Via subscription. Now, back into the content. At the ripe old age of 22, Blackboy Max seems to be going through some sort of mental health crisis. Being a public figure ages you in ways that people have no clue about. The limelight is bright. Every move that you make is scrutinized and criticized by commentary channels like me. You don't know if you're building real friendships, real relationships. Everything seems fake. Companies are trying to take advantage of you. All these things are happening. So it makes a lot of sense why Blackboy Max, at his young age, just turning 22, would be going through some sort of mental health crises.
When I tell y'all, I was
Yeah,
going
bro.
through it, I was
For
really
sure.
going through it,
What about y'all? Do y'all mess with Juice WRLD?
bro. Like dead ass. Like by day 10, bro. By day 10, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 20 days. Nigga, I'm having nights where I'm in the bathroom, like just bawling my eyes out. Like, do y'all remember around that time when my friends was here and I'm telling them like, I was telling them like, if y'all had a button to press if you want to continue your life, you feel me? Y'all remember that, bro? I was really
Yeah, I said I mess with Juice WRLD. What about you?
real life. Once again, shout out to all my friends that came out here and like helped me stream forward, like me, like or like took the place when I was away from the camera. Cause without them, that shit, you feel me? Whatever day before the 24 hour, and I came home, bro. I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, and I don't be crying that much. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro. Like, what am I even doing this for? I can win as much as I want to win, but if I'm not winning with people I care about, do it even matter? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? And I just started reflecting. I mean, I've been talking to God. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm really genuinely not understanding. Like, what?
For
what-
sure,
so
for
much
sure.
negativity around
What's your
me,
favorite Juice
bro. I
WRLD
feel
song?
like so much hatred, like, and I just realized, bro, like, you can blame other people for your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe.
Now, I'm not asking you guys to sympathize or empathize with Blackboy Max or any streamer, simply due to the fact that I know that that's hard for a lot of people to look at somebody who makes a shit ton of money and say that they are going through any sorts of troubles or problems or anything like that. Hell, that's just the way that this society is set up. But the reality is that these guys have lived 1,000 lifetimes in the span of 4 to 5 years. And for the most part, they don't have big teams surrounding them, so they're having to take on anything and everything. When I look at the streamer universe, most people's teams are made up of cousins, brothers, assistants that they find off of Instagram. So while capitalizing and maintaining on the careers they have built, they are also having to internalize every situation and take it on by themselves. And people forget, these are kids. They are doing kid
Yes,
things.
I feel like
You can
Moonlight
only been
too.
with so much before you.
Bro, Moonlight is definitely tough, bro. Dang, bro. Y'all mess with J. Cole?
Great. The old stuff gets old really, really fast. And those that are looking to maintain some sort of sensibilities about themselves change. they evolve. Blackboy Max goes on a journey uncovering some deeply profound issues that are plaguing not just him, but what I would acknowledge are issues that plague a large majority of the male audience that makes up his audience and my audience as well. Hell, a lot of these people's audience. He talks about our consumption habits, what we intake as we consume all of this content, and how it can be detrimental to us.
Anyways, bro, point is, bro, I'm laying in my bed, bro, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, this bad bitch is like my pick. I'm like, yo, I was doing some research. I'll be deep diving, researching into music stuff. It really fascinates me, and I like learning about it. And I'm trying to just consume more, bro.
Yo, mid is crazy, bro. I'm messing with that new album, my boy. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, chat. Who else thinks that the new J. Cole album was mid, bro? Whoa. We gotta have a big discussion about this, y'all. Whoa, guys. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, y'all got any good like reaction based like stuff to like react to, bro? Like videos y'all want me to react to? Cause dude, I ain't gonna lie, there's not too many good stories on YouTube nowadays. Not gonna lie for anything good. I just reacted to this. This shit was too funny, bro. But there should be something else. Gosh, that in which, you know what y'all they're talking about. I'm just not a big, huge bit. That's fair. Dang, bro. Say that. Hopefully, is it unreleased? Cause it might get me copyrighted.
I'm assuming there will probably be, you know, an actual kind of investigation here. How do you think?
I hate streamers, bro. They're so cringe.
Can't be talking with this person no more. This is not good.
There have been many notable examples of YouTubers and streamers falling off. They burn out, their viewership is low, they get cancelled. But genuinely, in the year of our Lord,
I feel like only if dudes that like had hit I feel like this is a hot take. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like dudes who've hit a peak in a certain type of like niche for videos, like let's go back for example that he just showed.
Pulls of YouTubers and streamers falling off, they burn out,
not him.
their viewership.
Him. Like, for example, you make these sort of same type of videos that you did back when they were popping, and you're not like kind of elevating from that certain style that you had before into like a different type of style or niche because of your audience is growing up right alongside with you. I feel like you're not gonna get you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get really whatchamacallit, a lot of views anymore because everybody's growing up. Everybody's looking at the next big thing, so you kind of have to like go with the times type of thing. Am I a Vaughn fan or YB? I feel like YB, but I mess with Vaughn too. I'm not gonna lie. Some of Vaughn's stuff was good. I just wish that he was still alive so I could judge more on the fact of his new shit compared to Youngboy's. But I feel like Youngboy for me, cause his shit always hit for me. Made no sense. Hot now. What's the other stuff? Damn, No Switch. That was back then. That was my shit. No Switch. I can't lie. How y'all boys feel? YB or Vaughn? Ain't no sense. Oh. How do y'all chat? How do y'all boys feel about Rakai, bro? Like honestly, how do y'all feel about Rakai, bro? Cause, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this shit be tripping, bro. He be tripping, bro.
They trying to cancel Rakai, bro.
Juice or X? Ooh, dang. Good question. Good question. Good question. Juice or X? Dang, bro. That's a good question. That's a good question. Shit. Damn. I think I gotta go with Juice, bro. Damn. I think I gotta go with Juice. I fuck with him more lyrically, especially his freestyles. Not only that, I fuck with just like his beats, his flows, how he could change his flows. Like I fuck with that so much better. I wasn't really into. I was into X, but I wasn't into him until a little bit later after he died. So I kind of got into like the boat a little bit late. But I was onto his new shit. How y'all boys feel? Juice or X?
You can't cancel Ricardo. I'm not gonna lie. They can't cancel Ricardo.
Because he's 17, bro.
It's one thing to be immature. Yeah, he's 16, 17 years old. But it's another thing to be disrespectful. This nigga laughed at a homeless person.
He has a platform that other people are watching. Like, people who are also probably his age or younger.
He's 16! The nigga's a kid! He's a kid! He's a kid!
He needs to get the fuck away from Ty Lil and Kai and all those big streamers because they do not have his best interest. Because if they did,
Yo, Rakai,
they would
bro.
not get away with half the shit he does.
When it comes to Rakai, all the things ring true too. We don't know Rakai's true personality. He needs his parents, like just based on what we see.
He needs somebody to tell him what's right from wrong.
Good evening, employed people. The internet has officially had enough of Rakai, and the patience that everybody had for his antics has completely run out. Rakai has been moving like he is untouchable, like the rules that apply to everyone else somehow do not apply to him, from being rude to strangers who did nothing to deserve it.
What happened?
My dad does reaction videos on YouTube.
Oh, fuck your dad.
What?
To being disrespectful to his elders who
What?
should command basic respect.
It wasn't enough for you like 500 times about accountability. Fuck this game.
Rakai is constantly
Yo, tough answer, Gatsby. Well, not Gatsby. Grace Goat. It's a tough answer, I can't lie.
putting himself and others in danger, and acting like consequences do not exist. Look, everyone is canceling Rakai right now, and I honestly thought they were overreacting at first, but then I dug into his content for like 3 weeks, and found some serious stuff that nobody is talking about.
How y'all boys feel about Rakai, bro?
Undeniable incidents that I ranked from kinda bad to absolutely unforgivable. And trust me, by the time we get to number 1, you will understand why the internet is dying to ditch him immediately. Unkind brat behavior. Before you say, this is just a kid being immature, let me show you how calculated and unnecessary some of this actually is. During an IRL stream with Kai, Rakai chose to mock a completely random fan who did absolutely nothing to deserve it. They were just walking around talking to fans, vibing with viewers, nothing unusual happening. Then, a kid walks up with probably the most wholesome request you could imagine. He wants to recommend his dad's content to them. A completely normal conversation, where the kid explains his father does reaction videos on YouTube, has been grinding for over a year, and built up an audience of around 1 million subscribers, which is genuinely
I'm saying,
impressive.
bro, if it was
But
me,
Rakai
bro, that's
decides
straight
this
fade.
heartwarming moment needs to become a clip farm opportunity, so he turns it into a joke at the expense of someone who was not even there to defend themselves.
What happened?
My dad does reaction videos on YouTube. Matthew's fan has been doing for like a year and a half. He got 1.2 mil right now.
That boy out of touch.
Fuck your dad.
He then immediately walked off like he just dropped the funniest punchline in the world, leaving this kid standing there, probably feeling embarrassed for even trying to support his dad. Just flat out unkindness to some random person's father, who had no idea he was being clowned on stream in front of thousands of people. Although Rakai later excused the entire thing as just a prank.
Come back here. What? Come on, bro. I was trolling outside. I was playing around. Just keep that man's dream.
It was one of those moments that made
They
viewers
got it,
realize
bro.
the
I'm not
extremes
gonna lie.
Rakai is willing to go to twist the most harmless, innocent moment into something shady for attention. But it gets worse. While being unkind to his own fans, Rakai has also been dragged into another controversy that people absolutely
Higher
couldn't
speed?
let slide. At one particular moment,
Shit. I say, damn. Before I had said Kai, but I feel like Speed, bro. I feel like Speed just becoming more like international on some shit. I feel like he just doing a lot of different things. And I like that. Cause like Kai, bro, I feel like, bro, that boy be faking with the emotions on a lot of different shit, bro. Like, he's just on a bigger platform. He's just like with big ass celebrities, so of course he gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be up there. He's gonna be big type shit. So I feel like Speed just like he's still cool, but they all got airheads up there. I can't lie. I'm be honest.
Moment when he was out eating with DDG and Dashe Frost, Rakai was reportedly seen laughing at a homeless man who was dining alone, minding his own business.
Don't let this shit mad good. Dude, I'm eating bullshit mad good.
With mayonnaise on the side of his fucking lip saying that shit is crazy.
You got hate for me?
There is no universe where that is funny or acceptable behavior from anyone, let alone someone with a massive platform. This led to swift and merciless backlash, with commentators from all over the internet coming out to trash him.
I mean, he's laughing, but I mean, if it wasn't for Kai, I mean, that could have been him, low-key. So I mean, I don't really get it.
And rightfully so, because mocking someone experiencing homelessness is about as low as you can get. But rather than accepting that it was clearly an error in judgment and a genuinely vile thing to do, or apologizing and showing any remorse, Rakai remained combative and claimed he did nothing remotely wrong.
3 niggas there, and they all say my name, bro. Because the hate is called, it's engagement. Hate gets engagement, bro. So that's what I'm saying. I want to clear that thought. I was not laughing at him. The shit, I was laughing because of the food I ate and at the sauce. The shit look at me like this. I look at the shade mad ugly. I look at the shade. You know, you're an ugly ass friend. You look at the shade.
Nah, that nigga wild.
Like this, nigga ugly as fuck. You look at him, start laughing. That's what the fuck happened, nigga. Bit for doubt, mind you, before that shit, the old man came to the bathroom. I said, you need help washing your hands? Turn the water off, friend, and gave him a paper towel. That was the fuck happened, my nigga. So, nigga, chatting, I'm dead ass.
The audacity to double down on mocking a homeless person is truly something special, and by special I mean completely out of touch with basic human decency. This is not immaturity, this is someone who actively chooses cruelty over kindness and then refuses to take accountability when called out for it. He's intentionally disrespectful. Rekai's disrespect goes beyond just being rude. It is about actively disrespecting people who are trying to help him and people who deserve basic respect. The best instance is when he showed absolutely no shame talking badly about his home tutor, Miss Amy, a woman old enough to be his mother who was literally hired to make his life easier.
It wasn't enough when you pissed off Miss Amy. It wasn't enough when you came late. It wasn't enough when you lie. It wasn't enough when you ate 500 times about accountability. Fuck Miss Amy. Yeah, I said it.
During Kai's Mafiathon 3, Kai does the responsible thing and hires Miss Amy to homeschool Rakai and Tota so they can balance streaming and school without falling behind. Instead of treating that like the privilege it was, being
why does this nigga look like
other
a
kids
fake
are
ass
stuck in
pimp,
crowded
bro?
classrooms, Rakai turned it into content and made this woman's job a living nightmare. He intentionally attended classes late, constantly threw food across the room, and left to the bathroom every single minute, giving Miss Amy an unnecessarily hard time when all she was trying to do was teach him. This is not funny or good content. This is just being a disrespectful brat to someone who does not deserve it. But the disrespect did not stay in the classroom. It went straight to Kevin Hart's home in one of the most jaw-dropping moments of entitlement anyone has witnessed. The AMP Junior crew pulls up to Kevin Hart's house during the end of Mafiathon 3, and everything is jokes. Kevin and Drewski are laughing, the vibe is light. Then Rakai starts chatting with Kevin's daughter, Heaven, and the moment Kevin clocks it, his dad energy kicks in, and he checks them the way any protective father would.
Kev. I'll be honest. Put a shirt on, bro. That's the first time I almost
Put a shirt on, bro.
Don't you tell me what the she is. Don't you tell me. Whoa. What? That's my kid.
That is completely normal. Any father is going to do that in his own house. But Rakai responds with the audacity of telling Kevin Hart to lower his tone while addressing him. Kevin Hart almost jumped on his ass.
Watch out. He think because he coming here to minister that I want. You hear me? No, man.
Rakai forgot he is a guest in someone else's home. Forgot he is.
Glory tone is low-key crazy. To the Kevin Hart, it gotta be staged, bro. It gotta be staged.
Which is, you do not tell a grown man how to talk, especially when he is protecting his daughter in his own house. The disrespect was so blatant that even people who normally defend Rakai could not spin this into anything other than what it was. A teenager with zero sense of boundaries, acting like he has authority he absolutely does not have. mindless reactions towards women. There's a pattern that shows Rakai has zero understanding of how to treat women with basic honor. One major target was the situation involving Kai Cenat's ex-girlfriend Gigi, and this is where Rakai showed his true colors in the worst way. While this was a delicate moment that should have been handled with maturity considering it involved his friend's personal relationship, Rakai came at her hard live on stream with a hate-filled rant that was completely uncalled for.
They broken up, so fuck that. Fuck you, Gigi. Fuck you. Do ever your fucking life play my mans like that. So fuck you. Yeah, cry. Your life is fucking over.
This dude, you tripping.
What's wrong with you? Don't you ever in your life play my fucking mans like that.
Because he is a kid, Gigi perhaps did not go at him as hard as she could have, and honestly showed more restraint than most people would. But she did hint that she has secrets she could divulge that would absolutely destroy him, which means Rakai better hope she never...
Man.
We want to talk to you about tonight about something you put on social.
Chat, y'all still there? Y'all boys still here. Y'all boys still cooking for a jet. It's 6 of y'all in here, bruh. So, I'm guessing we finna watch. Whatchamacallit? Finna watch. No, I don't know, bro. I'm trying to figure out some stuff to watch for y'all. I just got daughter lost. Son is his son's killer. Let's just see, y'all. I'm just putting stuff on, y'all.
That this guy who I think did it to my son and a black person, would y'all treat him the same way?
Absolutely.
What are we watching? Get y'all popcorn.
911, what's the address of the emergency? 911.
I need help. My husband.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I need help. My husband was shot.
Dang.
I need help.
Okay, where you at, ma'am?
I know, right?
I'm in Colfax Avenue.
Colfax?
Yes, please.
Is this a house or apartment?
What is the house?
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I know my husband bought us some food and he left out.
Yo, you crazy, Jack. You crazy, boy.
And I put myself in the room and I came outside and my husband was on the ground.
Okay, stay in line with me here. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Where's your husband's outside? Okay, stay on the line with me. Ma'am, take a deep breath.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Imagine being the person. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Imagine being on the person on the other side of that call, bruh. And you're just trying to like talk somebody like, you know what I'm saying, down from like, so you can get the information you need to get so you can go in there and help them and shit. Bro, nah, bro. Bro, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is not him being a gooner. They calling our boy Jack a gooner, bro. Yo, y'all boys tripping.
Ma'am? Hello?
Hey.
The story of how Tyrone met his wife goes back about 5 years before this tragedy. Tyrone was starting his second year of college when he decided to join the army.
Okay.
In 2015, he met Kamaya while they were both serving in the military.
Okay. Beautiful black family. Okay, I see y'all. Hey.
Their relationship moved fast and quickly became serious.
Damn. So this is what makes it hit a little bit harder, cause it's like, damn, bro, it's wild. Yeah, Jack got a good question. Why the hell did he go back outside?
He was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I caught
At
that.
the time of Sergeant Hassel's murder, Kamaya, who was 22 years old, and Sergeant Hassel were on block leave from Fort Stewart. Kamaya was working as a truck driver, and Sergeant Hassel was serving as a wheel mechanic. At that point, police didn't allow Tyrone Hassel Jr. or Kamaya to leave the scene. They were dealing with a lot of unanswered questions.
Daddy, if I go to jail, somebody's friend me. My son walked a straight line his entire life.
After speaking with people close to him, police learned that Tyrone didn't have any known enemies. Nothing that would explain.
Exactly. The nigga was in the what?
They
The
then
Marines?
began carefully processing the scene. There was blood on the truck and blood across the driveway. Multiple shell casings were also found, scattered around where Tyrone had fallen.
There's one, 2, 3. And number 4 is right there.
The first thing police suspected was that this may have been a robbery gone wrong. But Sergeant Hassel still had his money, his phone, and his car keys on him, so that possibility was quickly ruled out. How the shooting happened, the shots hitting Tyrone in the head, face, neck, and shoulders.
Damn.
It was clear this was a personal attack, not a random act of violence. Detectives also noticed that some rounds...
It was me, Mud. What up, Generic Shorts? How you doing? How you doing? Tell something it was me, Mud. Legit, why you did it? Why you did it? Ain't no way his ops bush camp. I'm telling you his ops bush camp, nigga. I'm telling you, Jack. They bush camped.
The computer was positioned behind him while Tyrone was standing at the doorway of his truck.
Waiting for this. Waiting for his ass.
Detectives got was that Tyrone had gone to Walmart the night of the murder to buy ammunition. The rounds he bought were 9mm, the same type used in his shooting. This raised an important question. Why was he
you
buying
being
ammo?
able to get bullets from Walmart willy-nilly is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, that's just me though.
And was it for self-defense? Without wasting any time, the detectives went to Walmart to collect all the security footage from that night.
What are you thinking?
I can't even see the motherfucker. What the fuck is in the text, nigga? Do I need my magnifying glass? Nigga, like, where the fuck is the text? Where? I can't find it.
Yep.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Let me lock in, y'all. Let me lock in.
Oh, and we know.
Police interviewed Tyrone's stepbrother and took his statement, and then followed up by speaking with other witnesses connected to him.
Okay, Benny, what you talking
They pushed
about?
this lead as far as they could, and it took about a week to interview everyone involved. But once again, it went nowhere. As the investigation continued, the evidence police gathered made one thing clear. The stepbrother was not involved. There was no indication that he, or anyone he had issues with, played any role in the shooting. On top of that, his appearance was very different. He had long dreadlocks down to his shoulders, making a case of mistaken identity with Tyrone highly unlikely.
Damn.
In cases
Pop,
like this,
Pop,
the
useless
police don't
too,
have an initial
shit.
Suspect. They're forced to follow every possible lead. After that, police began receiving a large number of tips from the community. In several of those tips, callers said Tyrone had been seen in the roller rink area, where he was involved in a verbal confrontation with another person. Detectives then located Tyrone's friend, Dylan. They brought him to the police station to talk in more detail about what had happened and see if it could be connected to the shooting.
What did you see there?
We got there and we see him, and from speaking, he just give us an odd look, and then
The vehicle was described as a black four-door car that had backed into the driveway of a vacant house. that
Okay,
was listed
we
for
gotta
sale.
leave, y'all. We gotta leave,
Detectives were
y'all.
able to get a license plate reader hit on that vehicle, tracking it as it passed through Illinois toll booths captured on surveillance cameras. That plate came back to someone in the U.S. military, serving in the same battalion as Sergeant Tyrone.
So somebody had beef within the platoon. Okay, this is a little juicy.
Was identified as Jeremy Cuellar.
Oh
a
shit.
member of the same
It's always a light skinned niggas, man. It's always fucking niggas.
squad as Tyrone. Using the license
Roll the
plate,
clip.
Investigators were able to place his vehicle near the scene of the crime on the day of the shooting. For the first time, the investigation was starting to show real progress, and police finally had a name. Before detectives spoke directly with Jeremy, they immediately contacted investigators at Fort Stewart working with the U.S. Army. Army investigators began going through the platoons connected to the case and interviewed several service members. One of them was Sergeant Bacon. He had personal first-hand knowledge of Jeremy Cuellar and Kamaya Hassel, information that would quickly become critical to the case.
I'll help you with that. So they were all in Korea, and that's where it started. He and the girl had a relationship going on, and that the guy that had said something to him, so they had words, and then he had threatened him.
The relationship between Jeremy and Tyrone's wife turns out to be a crucial piece of the puzzle.
What?
It adds real weight to the motive and helps explain why certain things may have happened. Once Kamaya's name comes into the picture, police have no choice but to focus on her.
Whoa, I'm invested now. What's going on now?
But detectives still need the full story. Was Kamaya being stalked by Jeremy? With him becoming obsessed and ultimately deciding to eliminate what he saw as his rival? Or was she actually part of it, aware of what was going to happen and involved from the start?
Whoa.
When did you guys become romantic? You guys see each other while he was in Michigan? Now listen, did you see him while you're in Michigan? Because they're going to take your phone apart. When they take your phone apart, it's all there. So what I want you to do is, before they do that, I want you to be honest with me.
I've worked the same amount of hours that he worked, and I still have to come home and do everything for him.
I agree, that's not fair.
And it's like the reason why why the relationship and the bond was built between me and Jeremy, because he will always tell me, you don't have to worry about that. When me and you get together, I'll make sure you have your break.
What? So she was cheating.
And it just,
she's fucking cheater.
All of that was gonna happen.
The first striking thing about Kamaya in the interview was how cold and calculated she was. Definitely not normal for an average person.
Man, she playing that shit. Man, she playing that shit. She playing to get that nigga gone, man. That bitch she playing to get that nigga gone, bro. Man, fuck this shit, bro.
Manipulated Jeremy into pulling the trigger. What's clear, though, is that she was a much more active participant part of the plan from the start. With Jeremy following
a snake from...
So are you guys talking? Because they're going to get through a correspondent every day.
He would be like, what's the day looking like? And I'd be like, well, he's out putting here and he'd be like, okay, we'll be up there in a few hours, and then he'll go up here and scope out and see if he'll come home by himself.
I told you these niggas was waiting, this nigga was following, this nigga was being weird. I knew it.
And then try to take the opportunity. I said, well, he's about to bring us something to eat, and then that's when he came.
So you called him and said, well, hold on, I just come back to bring food.
Yeah, I said that he was coming back to bring us something to eat.
No, he just brought us something to eat. So we sit on the couch eating, and then I just heard gunshots.
Well, why would you just divorce him?
I talked to him about it, and he didn't want to.
You put your needs and your wants above somebody's life.
Literally. She don't care. She don't care. She does not care. Yo, chat. She does not care.
Everything she talked about was about herself, how things affected her, why it had to be done, and how calculated it all was.
Yo.
You know, you said you feel about as responsible as Jeremy is. I mean, would you say this is a 50-50 you guys were on this?
Okay. I know all about it, and like I said, I probably could have stopped it, but the reason why I didn't, because I felt like he would, be mad at me or...
What? What? So you kill the nigga, so you kill him so that he doesn't have a stay at all? Like, yo, what? So you murder the dude so you murder the dude so he doesn't have a stay at all. Okay, that's a little crazy, guys. That's a little crazy. You're scared of an opinion so bad that you had to kill a nigga? That's crazy.
Without a doubt, she's one of the coldest people you could ever come across in any true crime
Bro,
story.
chat, how do y'all feel about that?
At the same time, the Army... During the investigation, the mounting evidence against Kamaya was overwhelming. Her confession made it clear this was a planned and premeditated act, and that Jeremy had come up from Illinois to carry out the homicide.
This is crazy.
Kamaya wanted her husband dead because she felt he wasn't taking care of her properly.
What?
She believed she was overburdened and had
oh
too
my
much
gosh, bro, you
Her
can't trust
narcissistic
anybody.
traits became even more apparent during one police interview when she was asked if Sergeant Hassel had life insurance. She casually mentioned she would receive $400,000 from the Army after his death. The financial motive was clearly a factor in the crime.
Oh my
But what
days.
really happened that night was that Tyrone was actually bringing food back for her and their 1-year-old son when the hit occurred. Kamaya was at least as involved, if not more so, than Jeremy.
Literally.
He was just happy to be the one pulling the trigger. In the end, August 29th, 2019, about 8 months after Tyrone's killing, she was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. She will never see freedom again. Jeremy also pleaded guilty to second-degree murder on July 30th, 2019, and was sentenced to 65 years in prison. With his earliest eligibility for parole at age 90, it's extremely unlikely he will ever get out.
Bro,
later
as
tried
he
to
should
withdraw his
be,
plea, but the
in
Michigan Supreme
the
Court
shackles
refused to
and
hear his
bars
case in
behind the
2020.
bars. Cause bro, what are you doing? Why are you killing somebody over trying to be with? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, chat. That's crazy, chat. That's all I gotta say.